Well, the show must go on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the top of this guy going here. I think it's a 17. We're about to find out. Yep, 17. Now, I want all this beautiful stuff facing the way it did from the factory. So if that thing goes this way, down like that, and this guy goes that way, then we're like that. Okay. I don't know if it's still frozen, if the video's frozen. Seemed like the audio was coming through. If it's still jacked, just let me know. Just let me know. So I'm hoping torquing this thing down is gonna get rid of that play. Well, I think this guy was about 15 or 20 bucks. ECS did make one upgraded that supposed to have something a little bit better than the super soft rubber that's in there, right? So anyway, that guy's like that. Let's see. Just give it one more crank here. But yeah, that thing, it's soft. Like, I can wiggle it. Super awesome. Can't wait to do this again. Try it again, try it again. What is up, Jez? How's it going? I don't know if the video is frozen for you. I may be having streaming server issues here, but I hope you're doing well. Just checked on chat. Trying to get this this whole strut assembly together. About to put together the other side, and then we're gonna bolt it up into the rear. Into the rear. Good, glad it's working fine. Living the dream. Good to hear. Good to hear that dream is going. So yeah, you missed the cleanup party with this thing. It was pretty grimy. Otherwise, putting in the new parts that we're putting in, this guy right here, this bushing here, this is what the old one looked like. You can tell minor difference, and that foam just rots and separates. So now we're all one piece again. That's really no big deal, but the part up here that we replaced, there's rubber in here, and that rubber gets rotted, tears up, and then you get this amazing clunking noise coming from the rear of the car anytime you go over the tiniest bumps. So I'm gonna try to make this thing quiet again. That's really the goal here. But we'll see how good could a $15 part that supports the rear of your car like that. I don't know how much faith I have in that. Anyway, if you hang around, I'm gonna get some Zomboid going here if I get these things in pretty quick. Shouldn't take too long. All the other stuff is done. Yeah, that foam is nasty. Power wash it. Nope. Just get the new ones. I think this, well, I don't think, this piece right here was $5. So yeah, this piece up here was the $20 piece. So I'm talking $25. The shocks I had already replaced about 7 years ago, so I am not gonna mess with those. Just putting those back in. But now this dust cap protects the shock rod so that the water and grime doesn't get all over the that nice shiny pretty piece there. Alright, so this one came off the passenger side, or sorry, the driver's side, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back on. Put it back on the same side it came from. So that's what the fully assembled piece looks like. Alright, lost my music, need to turn that back on. I'll get it going here in a second. Yeah, $25 for the not sounding like your car is gonna fall apart over every bump. It's priceless. So how have you been doing? What have you been up to? Been playing any good games lately? You know what, I may just go ahead and we'll put this other one together so that we'll just bolt it all up on the other side. Yeah, Chris, yeah, you know, that Corolla, I'm wondering if it's ever had the shocks done. So this car here, this silver Jetta, it's a 02, it's got 193,000 miles on it. Trying to get it over the 200,000 hump. I may have already told you this, but yeah, either the oil cooler leaked into the coolant, leaked oil into the coolant, or there's a transmission cooler on this car that ATF can also get into your coolant. What a great design, just running the coolant through everything on the car, transmission, engine, everything. So anyway, either way, there's peanut butter. You got peanut butter in the coolant, and that's just awesome. So yeah, so let's get this other one just to kind of walk through. Here's your shock. This is the bottom that bolts in. There's 3 bolts that hold the whole assembly in. Not ready for the shock yet. We're going to take the dust cap here. This guy just twists in. Our new disintegrated rubber piece. Just twists in like that. Now you got dust cap and the bump stop. And then the fat end here is going to go into our new cap. Yeah, this one's going to a teenage driver. So what did I say? Lots of miles, and yeah, it's like a $1,300 car, but probably has about $1,000 worth of parts into it at this point, so it's still under the $2,500 mark. Not bad, but it's got tons of miles on it, so if it doesn't last long, well, nobody will be sad, right? All right. Chris did get the, oh yeah, I think I remember Chris telling me he had the shocks done up on that thing. I'm sure it cost a pretty penny. Toyota paying for that Toyota labor. So now that we've got this assembly together with our $25 in new parts there, and it's just gonna slide over the top if I can get it centered. And then that guy sticks out just enough. Stick the old nut on. And then hold the centerpiece down while you get the box end wrench on it. Now I need to get the music back on for sure. Whoop. All right. So yeah, I don't know. This car has almost zero body damage. Beautiful silver paint job. I mean, it's a made in Mexico VW, so there's some parts to it that you wonder about, but other than that, it's a neat little car. I like it. Just in case you're wondering, there is a tool. They make tools to hold this centerpiece in so that you don't have to use the super specialty adjustable wrench here that I'm using. Call it VW part tool number 001, because I use it on just about every job on any VW. Alright, that thing is cranked down, all one piece now. Now what's crazy is that the rubber in here, I can move that. So I'm assuming it's not gonna clunk when I get it in there, but that's really soft. And like I said, ECS makes a heavy duty version of that. I don't know if they've got a poly bushing in there or what, but yeah, they were like twice as much, $40 each side. So depending on how many miles these guys go, may just redo it. Anyway, alright, so this one is going to go on the other side. I'm going to set it over there. We'll bolt it in. Oh man, let me get the music going again and check on chat. I don't have my glasses on, so I gotta come over here. Bitburner, explain Bitburner. What is that one about? I don't know if I've heard about that one. We'll see how the audio goes there. Alright, camera switch up. Let's get you up in here. The wheel is not supposed to look like that. But anyway, let's get it out of the way. The one and only time you'll ever see me use jack stands. Alright, gonna have to figure out this lighting situation. JavaScript/hacking simple game. Like the game is made out of JavaScript, or you have to you're programming JavaScript as part of the game. I don't know if that sounds fun. I'm down for simple games though. Like I said, after we get these few bolts in, I'm gonna play some Zomboid if you haven't gotten a chance to poke around with that one yet. And the other joke about last time using the jack stands is that I ordered a 4-post lift. I don't know when it's showing up. So yes, that would be awesome, 4-post lift. So yeah, give a little tour around in here. There's the spring. Cleaned up a little bit in here. And it cleaned up really nice for a 2002 with almost 200,000 miles on it. I mean, on my car that has, well, more mileage than that, but even at 200,000 miles, my car had like caked on goop. There's no way it would have looked like that. All right, let's see what we can see up in here. So that's where we're gonna be. Should do the tops first. I think I'll go ahead and bolt up the bottom first. So the bottom is, what's a good angle for the bottom here? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get down low enough for that bottom. Hold up. Oh, look at that. It's accidentally perfect. Accidentally perfect. Because we're gonna be right here. So that's where that piece slides in. Get the bolts in here. What did I do with the bolts? There it is. So I think these bolts, I don't think they're torqued to yield. I don't know. You can get replacements though. But what the heck? Just reuse them, right? Just reuse them. Looks good enough. If the shock falls off, I mean, it's on the rear, right? The rear's just a trailer. Rear's just a trailer anyway. All right. So I'm gonna bolt up the bottom first. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't know if it's better to do the tops first or the bottom. I'm digging the bottom. That way I don't have to hold the shock up while I get the tops in. So try to remember how this thing went in. Pretty sure it went in like that, right? Sure enough. Sure enough. Totally. Oh, you know what? I forgot a piece. There's this beautiful plastic cap here. Goes on the top. I'll show you what that looks like on the other side, because I am not going to move the camera till we're done down here at the bottom. Okay. I was gonna say get in there, and it just falls right through. Awesome. Done. Get the nut on. All right, I'm gonna not even tighten that up, but you want to tighten that up. just not going to right now. Here we go. So camera angle change. Pretend we crank that guy up. Now we're back in here. Need more lighting, don't we? Yeah, you know, I need like a tool helper as well. I need somebody to yell at to bring me the wrong size wrench, because I'm just guessing which wrench, and then like whatever. But yeah, it'd be nice if I had a couple of different lights. That way I didn't have to move camera and lights. I could just kind of move the camera around, everything's lit up, but it's whatever. We're in a wheel well, so even if it was daytime, it's gonna be too dark in there. So here's our 2 bolts. Again, you can get replacements. Me, nope, looks good. Threads aren't boogered. Wipe them off. Give them a good wipe, call it a day. All right. I've read that. Hey, thanks for the sub, Jez. Appreciate it, man. Much appreciated. I like how it calls out the 1 month streak. Way to go, Twitch. Way to go. Way to go. So basically, if we can get these guys lined up, I don't know what happens if you F up the threads in there, because there's really, like, that goes into the body, man. It does go into the body. Great design. I think in my Passat wagon, I don't know if it works. I don't remember if it works the same way. I know in the Corrado, the Mark II chassis, those you get at it from the top. So this is all from underneath. So basically, that shock should extend some more. Am I gonna have to jack that thing up? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Really? That's as high as that? Okay. I am down with that. Let me grab another floor jack. We're gonna slowly jack this guy back up in there. All right, floor jack engaged. Are you serious? My little hockey puck just flew away. Let me go grab another one. All right, hockey puck engaged. So, can't see what I'm doing off the screen here, but you should see that thing move just a little bit. If this jack's got enough juice in it. Look at that. All right, that's enough to get the bolts in. Dude, I would not want to have to I would not want to have to re-tap this crap and then figure out some bolts. You need some new bolts at that point, right? These guys have like little built-in washers on them and everything. Probably like a $2 assembly for these guys. Thanks, VW. Alright, let me wipe this other one off real quick. I've been waiting over a week for these parts, so all these little pieces, I took it apart a week ago and this car's been parked, and all the little pieces and bolts and everything I've been playing soccer with as I go through the garage. So they're all covered in stuff and spread out everywhere and not where they should be. Double fisting. We are double fisting this. Alright, gonna go ahead and get a little pressure on that shock there. They say you're supposed to torque these two on the top when the car's under load. So I'm just gonna keep jacking and say that the car's under load now. Because I really wouldn't want to have to get up in here with a wrench with the wheel and everything on. What kind of amazing stuff is that? Get the JB weld and just go. That's it, my man. Alright, so we got the super duper extension here, and you don't need a deep socket, but if you can run a deep socket, you might as well get the deep socket. Let me see if I can shine off what flavor this is. 16 millimeter if you can't read it. Highest quality Stanley. What is it? The Walmart brand. Stanley Walmart. And as you can see, I'm torquing it to proper spec, which is, you know, till you can't move it anymore. And if you're weak, then go get a bigger wrench. And if you're a tough guy, you get a smaller wrench, right? And then you just crank on it till you can't crank anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Look up the torque specs on that, kids. Do it correctly. So that's the tops. Tops are in. Now the bottom. Go ahead and do the bottom. I guess I'll leave it under pressure here. And I don't know. You see under there? I don't remember where I had the camera before. Don't make fun of my mighty jack here. Good enough. I don't know if you'll be able to see what's going on, but that's okay. So I'm just using the same old 16 millimeter socket. So the 2 bolts up top, 16 mil on this one. Use a box end wrench. I've got this fancy S wrench because apparently no regular metric wrench kit comes with a 16 mil. Not from Harbor Freight anyway. Why do they do that? We're going to torque this guy down to spec as well. I don't know if that nut had nylon on it or not? Anyway. Spec. I do have torque wrenches, by the way, so the little cheap clicky ones. So I could bust them out. Really the reason I'm not is because I'd have to look up the torque specs. So that's why. So there we are. Ooh. Ah. Fancy stuff, right? All right, let's zoom out. The spiders, the 1 week this car's been here, the spiders have already taken over. Oh, light, don't sit on that cord. Really what would make this whole setup awesome streaming wise is not having cords. I think everything I got is cords here, from network to camera to whatever. If you're weak, get a bigger guy to turn the wrench. Hell yes. It's not a bottle jack. Yeah, I actually don't even own a bottle jack. Last bottle jack that I looked at Harbor Freight, I think cost more than one of these super cheap floor jacks. So anyway, I'm gonna let this thing down. I'm gonna take the jack out from underneath and hopefully the whole thing just doesn't come falling out, but we're fine out there. Okay. Car stayed on the jack. Here's the hockey puck I was talking about. The other one's underneath the car there somewhere. Don't forget to get that out. Okay, thanks. Let's see. So let's get the wheel on. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go in. I'll go inside after this. I think everybody gets the idea. And I'll do the other side in the daylight. Off stream maybe, I don't know. We'll see how this one came out. Because Turtles was saying that it froze up for a little bit. So anyway, I can do it quick, fast. Make sure your wheel's not on backwards. So off we go. I should make the boy do this part. I made him take these off. I made him take everything apart. Here I get to put it back together, right? It's the fun part. Got the hub-centric wheels there. Again, I've been playing soccer with these things for a week, so they're just covered in whatever was on the floor. Let's give these guys a good wipe down. Scissor jacks, I don't think I ever bust out. My first few cars, they didn't even have jacks or anything, like the original kit that came with them. And then on any of these cars I've bought later in life that did have all their kits, I looked to see if it was in there when I got the car, and then I don't even bother. So if I know I'm gonna need to do something on the car, even if it's like on the road or whatever, I will just bring I've got a nice like Harbor Freight, I don't know, $60 1.5 ton jack, which works fine on Volkswagens. I wouldn't try to jack up a truck or some American family car with it, but it's awesome. There are like a spider family egg going on inside of that lug nut. Try to get that guy out. Why would you build a family in there? It's wherever it goes, right? That is one fast spider. Imagine being a spider egg rotating around inside of that, as that wheel's going around, like What kind of birth would that be? So yeah, hopefully, I'm sure that's TOS, but hopefully I don't get banned for like murdering spider babies on stream or whatever. I don't know. Don't build your spider family inside of a lug bolt. By the way, the Volkswagens they're called lug bolts. So yeah, I don't know how many cars you have that have the studs on them. Make it much easier because you just slide the wheel on those studs and then put the nuts on. Of course not Volkswagen. But you know what I've got in my old man years to help me? This is really easy because these steel wheels make it really easy to see where the holes are, but if you get custom wheels, you really have to invest in a couple of these guys. They're a couple of dollars each, I think. And it's just a post that you screw in there. So you'd screw it in and then you lift the wheel up and it acts like studs. So anyway, if you're an old man like me, you get those. All right, we give it a little torque. I know you probably can't see. All right, it's good enough till we lower it down. This side's on a jack stand, so I'm not gonna lower it down right now, but dragon brakes. This car, I put about 100 miles on it since getting it going. What I mean by getting it going is it's been sitting for a while. I don't know if the camera cord's gonna reach over here, but see if I can spot the sticker here. We got, that's the last time this thing was actually legal on the road. So, oh no, did I lose it? No, I think we're still on. Anyway, that's the last time that guy was legal on the road. And yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just give me 1 second. I'm gonna shut off the lights out here, and then I'm gonna go inside and get some Zomboid going. So we'll get it going here in 1 second. Job done. Good, glad I'm still there. I don't know if you caught the registration sticker from December 16. So that means this thing left the road before December 16. So it's been what, over 6 years? Or no, we're not. We're in 22, but we're not in December 22 yet. So it's somewhere getting close to the 6-year mark. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this guy down. I'll be right